So hello and welcome back to GoAgainGaming behind the scenes here, just about to go live. Welcome to the chat, Big Boss Book Club. Hope you're doing well, and yeah, we should be playing tonight. Yeah, it'd be good for you to give Talishar the go. But yeah, should be a fun day. Be with you very shortly. Thank you very much, Big Boss Book Club, for pointing out the fact that I was still on mute. Lovely old job. Haven't done that for a while. Anyway, yeah, it's been a good day today. Thank you all for joining me very early. I've got myself on repeat as well on the live stream. Cool. Okay, I've just finished work. I did a 12 till 8 shift today, 12 till 8. So therefore, I'm a little bit unprepared for today, which is why making a few mistakes already. But hey ho, these things happen. But yeah, welcome to the chat, Big Boss. Welcome to the chat, DGTCG, Dave. Welcome to the chat, Chris, Towering Titan. It's going to be a good little time today. I really enjoy playing these games on Talishar and just hanging out every Tuesday and Thursday. And hopefully that's what you come to expect now going forward is these live streams. And also every other Saturday or so we try and get the Ultimate Pit Fight, the Patreon Ultimate Pit Fight games streamed as well. Welcome to the chat, Jacques as well again. So thanks for joining us. And yeah, we're just going to be playing some Azalea as we always do, and actually going to have some challenges today. So Big Boss Book Club is on the docket for challenging me today. So I'll just ask you there, Tom, to obviously mute the stream and just minimise it so you can't see my hand and all that good stuff. But yeah, if you ever want to challenge me on Talishar during these times, all you need to do is have your PC up, and I will send you a link. If you're on the Discord, I'll send you a link to the private game, basically. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. It's been an interesting day today. We had the Tall Timmy spoil the axe card, which was awesome. Merciless Battle Axe, I think it was called. It's been an interesting day today for sure, with him spoiling that card out of the blue. I'm going to give the full story of the spoiler selection, spoiler season stuff when I do mine as well, because I believe that I am in the same boat as the Tall Timmy, where we have been shipped our spoiler cards, and LSS have just said that we can just put out a video, put out a live stream whenever we receive them. So hopefully I'm going to be getting that tomorrow from the UPS drop-off point. It is still pending whether I can get it from the UPS drop-off point tomorrow. If I do, then obviously I'll be doing that probably Saturday. I'll probably be doing a live stream on Saturday revealing the card. And just getting my reactions, just revealing it. Of course, I'm going to have a look at it beforehand as well, just so I've got something to speak about. But yeah, it's an interesting time. Overpower, a new mechanic in the set, basically like a pseudo dominate effect. So it's going to be interesting to see what other sort of keywords appear in Dynasty. But hey ho, it's going to be a fun time. Spoiler season's going to be fun. So I've seen Flake, Instant Speed podcast host, has also received his card on Twitter. And if you're not on Twitter, get on there, because that's where everything happens in our sort of widespread community. But yeah, we're going to be playing some Azalea today, of course. And first of all, we got a challenger in the chat, Big Boss Book Club, who's in the chat, is going to be challenging us today. So I'm just going to go set that up now on Talishar. I've already loaded my deck and stuff. The game name is GoAgainGaming Streaming Fun Times. If I just make that private, I've never done this before, so I don't entirely understand how you get people into the private, or how people join your game if it's private. So let me just create this game and see what happens. So I haven't done the private game before. Maybe you have to copy the invite link. So I'm going to copy the invite link now and send it to you on Discord, Big Boss. So you should get this in a moment. I haven't even got Discord up because it slows the computer down a little bit. And everybody, while you're watching this, I can see there's 6 viewers at the moment. If you could just like the video, that would be fantastic. Whatever device you're on, if you can just like it, that would be awesome, because it helps the visibility in the future. So Discord, let me just load that up, and I'll send you the link now, Tom, or AKA Big Boss. A couple of changes I've made to the Azalea deck as a result of playing not only on stream, but a few other games, pick-up games here and there. I've added a few little things and taken out a few things, so we'll see how that goes today. Okay, let me just send this message to Tom, and then we can get this matchup going, baby. So again, shout out to Big Boss, been a patron of mine for a while, so thank you very much for all your support over the last few months. I really appreciate it, and this is what you get. You get some nice little games on stream. So yeah, I've sent you the game, so hopefully you can just come into it now. And again, thanks all for liking the video. I can see a few more likes have appeared. Excellent. So hopefully now we'll get Tom dropping into the game. I've sent him the link, so hopefully it works. We'll see. We're on the game screen right now. So hopefully it works. What better time to plug my my affiliates, Wraith energy drink. 0 calories, and just gives you that boost. Allows you to go again multiple times in the late stages of the evening. So yeah, we got Tom in the match now, playing Viserai by the looks of it. So that's cool. I think we will just have AB2, but we will have the rusted relics in here anyway, just in case. We'll keep the memorial grounds. We'll take out the fatigue shots. Don't think we're going to need those. Keep the rusted relics in. Keep all the defense reactions in. Sleep Dark can stay in. I think hamstring shot yellow can probably come out. Where's that? Where's that gone? Where is the hamstring shot yellow? There it is. We can... no, we'll keep it in. We'll keep it in. We'll see what happens with it. See if it does anything. And then we'll keep all the combo pieces in, the interaction and stuff. And we'll go with Death Dealer, I think. And we'll go first for the fact of potentially being able to dominate on the first turn and get some damage through. Maybe lay down an energy potion or rusted relic potentially on the first turn. Or, yeah. So we'll see. We will see. I think that's okay for now. Don't need fatigue shots. Don't need any of that. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Cool. So yeah, that's just waiting for Big Boss now to do his thing, and I think this is the first. Oh no, I just have to press start. Never mind, my bad. Okay, so the first turn will be. We only have a. We can do Enlightened Strike and a Snatch. First time, go easy on me. No probs, mate. No probs, mate. So yeah, first turn will just be Enlightened Strike, followed by a Snatch, and then Arsenal read the glide path, probably. So, E-Strike, tuck this, going in for 5 go again. Then we can follow up with the Snatch. Potentially draw a card, see what it is, and then we can have the choice of what we Arsenal out of those 2 cards, if he lets the attack hit, anyway. So Snatch is always good, because it forces a block. It also allows you, if the attack goes through, it allows you to see the next card that you're getting. Even if you've got one in hand already, it's nice to be able to see the next card, to see what you put in your arsenal as a result of that draw, which is always nice. I do love Snatch. I do love the inclusion of it in this deck list. yeah, it just threatens card advantage as well. If you've got nothing else to do, you're fully blocked on your last turn, it's always a nice thing to follow up with. So blocking fully here for 5, and then I will just follow up with the Snatch for nothing. And again, you want to see as much as your deck as possible in this sort of iteration of Azalea. It's sort of going off of that combo strategy that we saw with Pavel's deck in the Azalea Cult and the Polish Nationals top 8. But with my own sort of spin on it as well. I don't like to copy people's deck lists. I like to play my own stuff and play my own game, and so you should. That's what you should do. So coming in for 4 here with a Snatch, probably will just fully block it again. Yeah, blocking with the Grasp and the Lead the Charge. So that's fair enough. Getting a counter on the Grasp already, but still maintaining a 5-card hand on the defensive turn, because obviously you've got Read the Glide Path in the arsenal now, as well as the new hand of cards that we get. So I think that's pretty good as a starting turn, I guess. Well, we didn't get any damage through, so no, it's not. I'm talking trash already, but never mind. So yeah, we've got a defensive card with Take Cover. We can crack back fairly hard with a Red in the Ledger for 8 next turn if we play the Read the Glide Path and the Red in the Ledger. So that's pretty good. I think Red in the Ledger does hurt Viserai quite a lot, so I think we're just going to try and block for 6 here with these 2 cards, and then just take the rest. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that. So 5, go again. So if we just pass, and then we'll just take cover, and then take 1 damage. So we take 1 damage. 5 likes and 6 viewers. Someone's been slacking since I was late. Yes, Andrew, I agree. No, but someone out there has not liked the video. But you know, you can't persuade everybody. No matter how lovely you are, it's just what happens. So arcane damage. Do we want to pitch to do the thingy? So if we play, so we got one rune chant coming in, and then 1 rune chant being generated. Is that right? I don't know. I haven't played Viserai again on here before. So what's our turn going to be? We're going to play out the Read the Glide Path. Then we want to use the Rapid Fire to load Death Dealer, draw a card. So we can block with 1 Rapid Fire. That's basically what it is. So we're not going to prevent the arcane damage. We're not going to prevent the arcane damage. We're not going to prevent the arcane damage, I guess. And then coming in for 2 at the end. Okay, so do I want to prevent the arcane? I will actually prevent the arcane. I'll just pitch the Rapid Fire because it could come in handy later. And then obviously he hits me for 2, so that's done 6 damage to me there, which is pretty good. Obviously you can arsenal a card as well. But yeah, I think my turn's pretty big. Very interactive as well, so hopefully we can get some of that loss back. So cross wrap first of all. Energy potion on top. Do we want to leave that on top? I think we probably should leave it on top to try and get the value out early. And then we'll just play Read the Glide Path. Leave that on top. We're going to draw that anyway when we play. Yeah, we're going to draw that anyway from Death Dealer, aren't we? So we could just put that in the arsenal and then play it out if needed. Or we could leave it in our hand because it's a blue, so it prevents a lot of arcane. So we'll leave that on top. Then we will use this. Pitch Rapid Fire to load in Red in the Ledger and draw a card, which is the energy potion. And then we'll play the Red in the Ledger for 8 from hand. So no Dominate, unfortunately, but still will force quite a lot of cards from hand, potentially, or the armour that they've got. So we'll see. It's always a nice card, though, isn't it? Red in the Ledger is always a lovely one. It's always a nice one. So big brains coming out here now. Blocking for 3. It's blocking everything. Blocking everything. Crown of Providence is going in the bin as well. Crown of Providence is going in the bin. So taking away a bit of the armour already, which is always good. And I think it just makes sense for me to Arsenal the potion and pass. I think, just for the extra card. Makes sense, doesn't it? Because we can always cross-wrap an Azalea, the card, out of the arsenal as well if needed. So next turn looks pretty spicy. Gorganian Tome, drawing a card. Remorseless, Rain Razors, Seek and Destroy, and Rain Razors. We could come in for a massive amount of damage. Because, I mean, I don't think there's any point in blocking this turn because we don't have... Rain Razors blocks for nothing anyway. 2 and 3 blocks 5, so we might as well just try and crack back harder on the next turn with all of these cards. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Going to have a Tunic next turn as well, so we can load the Remorseless in with a Tunic trigger, which will allow us to then draw a card. So we could potentially block with Seek and Destroy. Oh, we need to get the energy potion out of our arsenal first, so don't we? That's the issue. We've got that stuck in there now, which is a bit of a shame. So we're going to need to try and find another arrow on top of the deck instead. And Azalea could potentially do that twice. So yeah, probably shouldn't have asked all the energy potion. I was just looking for the extra card. But hey, Big Boss in the chat has said, "Damn, that was a rubbish draw." So hopefully this is a bit of a stumble. But I don't know how I'm going to get out of this by the energy potion. Again, I can go 2 cards deep. I can use the cross wrap to see what's on top, activate Azalea, or I could just get it. I could just activate Azalea out of nowhere. So he's creating a rune chant with the thingy, with the grasp. He's ending his turn. Okay, so that was a bad turn, unfortunately. Okay. Cross-wrap seems to be the only solution. Yes, it does. So flip that face up, the energy potion, and another energy potion on top. Lovely old job. Get that to the bottom. And I guess we can. The only thing we can do now is just get the energy potion out of there with Azalea. So we screwed that up really. But let's see what happens. Fate foreseen. Okay, brilliant. So we're just going to pass. That's a lesson. But at least there's telegraphed defense in the arsenal. At least that's a thing, I guess, isn't it? And next turn, if we use the Fateful Scene to block 4 physical, we can then still use Rain Razors and Rain Razors to block 2 instances of arcane damage. But there's a Mordred coming in now, so just have to survive this really. Bit of a rubbish turn from both of us there. Getting the potion stuck in the arsenal was not a good idea. But again, I just wanted to see more cards. I got greedy. I got very greedy there and just thought, yeah, sod it. Put it in the arsenal. Screw up my next turn. Why not? These things happen. But yeah, going to be a lot of rune chants going off now. So he's got 1 already, so he's going to generate 2 on the next rune blade thing. Here we go. Viserai trigger gets 2. Morvran gets a go again on a rune blade. Then if it hits, you get 2 plus 1, so 3. So this is going to be quite big coming in now. And this is going to have go again, so there will be a Rosetta after this as well. One damage from the rune chant. No, I'm alright. 1 damage from the rune chant. Nah. 1 damage from the rune chant. No, I guess not. Pass. Arcanite Shard creates 2 rune chants. Nice. Pass. And then we got the Shrill coming in for quite a lot of damage. 7. So yeah, I think we're just gonna have to. We're probably just gonna have to block with. We're just gonna have to throw this away, I think, and pass. And then we can at least block the Rosetta for 2, and then 2 with the Rain Razors potentially. Just have to block, like Andrew says, the Guardian just has to block. Just have to block every now and again. Just have to throw your hand away sometimes, and that's what I'm doing here. Bolt and shot on top. Is there any way of getting that into the arsenal next turn? Definitely not, unless... No, there's definitely no way of getting that. But I'll keep it on top anyway. In hindsight, I probably should have put it to the bottom with the Fate Force, with the Rain Razors, but hey-ho. Never mind. And he's going to come in for 2 and 2 with the Rosetta, which I can block with... oh my god, not 2 and 2. It's loads, isn't it? So let's just prevent 1. Floating a pitch of Rain Razors, prevent 1, take 1, and take 1, I guess. And then, yeah. Two Arcane, yeah, I'll pitch that for that, and then I'll block for that. So E-Pot in the arsenal was the fatal error so far. E-Pot in the arsenal. Greed is not good sometimes. Just gonna have to pass straight back, unfortunately. So we're gonna have a bolt and shot in our hand. 3 of a kind, Ravenous Rabble. So I've got a lot of Go Again in hand, but it's not gonna do anything. All reds as well, so it's no good against the Rune Chance, unfortunately. Oh dear. Oh dear. So we can do some physical blocking, but just no actual blocking. Which is a bit of a shame. In a bit of a tough spot here. Sticking a pot in your arse turned out to be a bad idea. Yes, it did. But hey-ho. The thing is, I've stuck pots in my arse before, and it's not been an issue. But today, it's just not. It just didn't fit, unfortunately. Maybe you just need a little bit of sort of extra sort of lubrication next time to get it up there. But yeah, oh dear. So coming in with blue, lead the charge. Okay, fine. At least we can block a fair bit of physical damage, but just no arcane damage. We have to crack the tunic to be able to get, you know, another one, which is just not. It's not worth doing, is it? I think I played with too many cards in this deck against Viserai. Probably played with too many cards. I could probably take out the combo pieces and just go face instead of combo, because it is very much just a race, isn't it? Let's be honest, against Viserai. I'll probably just need to have the interactive arrows and just not have like 3 of a kinds and try shots and stuff. But hey ho, I haven't played Viserai in ages. I can't even remember what he bloody does. So this doesn't have Go Again. So does it have Go Again? No, it doesn't. Doesn't have Go Again, does it? But he's got 1 action point after this because of the leader charge. Right, I see. Right, okay. So yeah, we're just going to have to block everything with 3 of a kind and Ravenous Rabble, I think. No, Sick'em Shot. Yeah. Blocking for 5. Then he's going to come in with Rosetta for bloody 2, 2, and 3, which is just vile, isn't it? It's just a bit vile. So I guess we're just going to have to just... So 2, 2, and 3, what's that? 7. Go down to 22. Then we can crack back with a Bolt and Shot for 5, and then a Ravenous Rabble for something. Just to get some damage in. Or do we just block? But the block isn't really valuable, is it? So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, sod it. Nah. Sod it. 2. So we can't do anything about that. And then we're just going to choose not to block. Sod it. Not going to block. Need to hit back with something. because this is a bit of domination at the moment. Right, so okay, fine. Cracking the bullseye braces probably doesn't matter either, because actually no, it does, because I'll lose the AB1. Oh dear, because I don't have null rune, so I'm going to lose the AB. I'm going to lose the AB2. So, but does that really matter at this point? I'm just going to come in ravenous, sod it, ravenous rabble. Nothing else to do, unfortunately. Deck size is way too big against Viserai. Remorseless on top, so it's a 4 with Go Again. I could still potentially, if I wanted to, do the bolt and shot with cracking the bullseye braces, but it's just not a good idea. I could tunic, actually. I could tunic. So he's taking 1. So I could activate a tunic, activate Death Dealer, put the bolt and shot in the arsenal and draw a card. So yeah, let's just do that. Activate the tunic. Just get some more damage through, I guess. Activate Death Dealer. Put the bolt and shot into the arsenal. Draw the Remorseless. Put the Remorseless into arsenal. And then fire that. Okay, that's a little bit. We done something, at least. We climbed out of there a little bit with the tunic trigger. Completely forgot I had that. And then we can at least arsenal the Remorseless. And then we still got a bit of a card advantage. To a certain degree, but we've taken a lot of damage, so we just have to hope that when we arsenal this Remorseless, we're going to get more blues and other sort of defense reactions to block some of this stuff coming in. Took a CNC off of him, yeah. That's always nice to see, isn't it? Against when you're playing Ranger anyway. So another Grasp is coming in here, so that's fully gone. So the armor is basically gone, apart from the Creepers and Tunic. But still, they got a bit of a fridge, haven't they? They got 2, 2, 1, and 1. So they got 6 armor on field. Is there going to be a lot of armor destroying things, or armor getting around the armor sort of style situations with Dynasty, of all this equipment and weapons coming out? And for people in the chat as well, so he's taking 3 by the looks of it. So for people in the chat as well, I am due to get my UPS package from the shop. Well, the UPS package was supposed to be delivered to my house tomorrow, but I actually changed it because I'm not in. I changed it to be delivered at a UPS drop-off point, so I'm hoping that still gets dropped off tomorrow. We will see. I'm not entirely sure if that will still get dropped off tomorrow or whether it needs extra days to be able to process that. But hopefully I will be doing it this weekend. If it is my spoiler, I'm pretty sure it is, because he told Tim he got his and he got the same sort of email as I did. I've been chatting to him, and it seems like the package that I'm getting is the spoiler card or cards. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully I should have that. Hopefully this weekend, hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to be filming an Azalea Cult episode with it. As long as it is what we think it is, like Ranger themed, we're going to be doing an Azalea Cult episode, but we're also going to be doing a live reveal as well over the weekend if we do get our hands on it. But no confirmation as of yet, because I haven't actually got it yet, or haven't actually had the confirmation email saying that it's been dropped off at the UPS drop-off point. But we will see. We will see. CNC, okay. Right, so that's no go again on that. So he's just coming in for the arse, which is fine, I guess, because Remorseless is probably the weaker aggro sort of killer. It does damage him for playing stuff, but I think Ren the Ledger is probably more. It's just what do I want to block with this turn? Do I want to block with 3 of a kind for 2? Maybe chuck the Perch Grapplers away, just to save some life, and then come back with the Tri-Shot, Red the Ledger into the arsenal, draw a card, read the Glide Path, 8 damage, no turn thing. We will see. Yeah, we'll just block with 3 of a kind, because that's just probably not... And we'll Perch Grapplers, yeah, that doesn't have the AB, so we'll block for 4, just saving 2 life from this. We're going to lose Remorseless, which is a shame, but... that's just what happens, unfortunately. But on this turn, we can activate Death Dealer with Try Shot, put Red Ledger in the air, and play Read the Glide Path. So let's do the Read the Glide Path first, so we know what's on top, which we'll draw. Hopefully it's like a Seek and Destroy or some other buff. That would be nice if we could get another buff, please. If it's not a buff, we will let it go to the bottom, and then we'll draw another random card, hopefully. A Sink Below? No, that can go to the bottom, so we might need it later. So then we will activate Death Dealer, pitching Try Shot. So we've got 2 left over. Red Ledger will go in the arsenal, and I'll draw, so hopefully it's another buff card. Hopefully it is. We'll see. It's an Endless Arrow. Okay, so that can go into the arsenal anyway, so then we'll just play this. So 8 damage coming in again. His armor is wearing thin here, so he's probably still going to have to block with... he's going to have to block with 2 cards from hand if he wants a turn. So if he chucks these under there, they'll die. This will also die. And then if he blocks with 2 cards from hand, he'll stop the 8 damage. So I think that's a pretty good trade. So coming in at the right time, but still not getting damage through at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. Super Mario Black Tiger, you're saying, if Tall Timmy got a weapon with a story, you probably did as well. We won't know till the next card. No, exactly. We're not going to know. I don't know who the next person is, who's going to be doing like a random reveal. Because Tall Timmy did not have a set date in mind as to when they wanted him to spoil the card. Similar to me, I haven't got a set date to spoil a card. I've just got the I just know that I'm getting one, basically. So it's probably going to be a similar situation. Okay, so they're taking 4 and only having 1 action next turn. All Sink Below. Okay. Okay, that's where I miss Dreadbore. That's where I miss a bit of Dreadbore, see? Never mind. But still, it's that's quite a lot of cards to trade. Obviously, the Spellbounds have gone down the drain. Swarming Gloom Veil, see you later. Sink Below, probably not going to have too many D-Reacts in the deck, so it's probably nice to see one of those go. Bit of a shame, but hopefully it's quelled the turn a little bit, because that Swarming's a bit of an issue. And then we're just going to Arsenal the Endless Arrow. Yeah, still a little bit scared, but hopefully that allows me to get back into it a little bit more. So Arsenal Endless Arrow. Okay, so we've got a few. So if we block with 3, 3, and 3, we can still Snatch next turn or Endless Arrow next turn. So we could still, if we block with our entire hand, we can still come in for 0, which is decent. And we can opt as well because of the cross wrap still there. So Viserai trigger and then Swarming Gloom Veil. So what does this do again? I can't remember. So coming in for 3 with Go Again. So that's going to be a Rosetta afterwards, isn't it? So if we block for 3 here, and then Rosetta will be 1, 2, and 2. So we can get rid of that. We can block that. Luckily, we can pitch the Snatch to it. We can pitch the Hamstring Shot to deal with the 2 and then block with the 3 there, so we can block that out and then just come back in with a Shrill of Skullform instead. He's not Rosetta-ing. Okay, interesting. So we'll just block for 6 then, taking 1 from that. Creepers can pull off so much nonsense. I'm always glad to see them go. Yes, Andrew, 100%. John Randall Dacklerson, welcome to the chat. So I'm just going to be flipping this face up to see what's on top. Hamstring Shot, probably not going to do. I'll keep it on top though because it's a yellow, which can obviously stop Rosetta damage. And then I'm just going to fire an Endless Arrow at him for 4, and if it hits, it goes back to hand. So it's a nice incentive to block because it just means it's going to keep giving me card advantage, and that's the reason why I have Snatches in there as well. Just because if I've got nothing else to do, I can come out of the arsenal or come out of the hand just to threaten the extra card advantage or seeing more cards in my deck, that sort of situation. But I haven't seen many defense reactions on my end yet, so a lot of my high defensive cards I haven't seen yet. Physical anyway. The Rune Chance is what's really screwing me over at the moment. I need to get more blues to deal with those, but he's only got 1 on field at the moment. But yeah, nice little 4 attack here, forcing a little bit of interaction, because he knows if it hits, it goes back to hand, which I then arsenal, and then I draw 4. So that's always nice. Seeing more cards coming back to me, which is always good. So yeah, thinking quite a lot here. A lot of his armour is gone, luckily. So even if he chucks this under the bus, the tunic under the bus, it means that he has to block with 1 card from hand. So he's not going to do anything here, which I'm a little bit scared of, because obviously they can crack back quite hard, as we're aware, these rune blades. But we do have some other. So we've got 3, 3, 3, and 4 in hand. Potentially some Knock with Death Whistle to prevent the rune chance as well. So and then we can just come in again with the Endless Arrow. So prevent rune chant damage, yes. Pitching the knock, yes, yes. Coming in for 4, pass, take cover to block 4. It's got go again, so we'll see what comes out after this. That's another Swarming Gloom Veil gone down the drain as well now, which is nice. And then we've got another action after this. We've got 6 block in hand. 1, 3 and 1, 2. Well, 1, 3 for physical and a yellow pitch for the 2. And that's the reason why I have these yellow pitches in here. I put the hamstring shots in recently, because sometimes if you absolutely need to play a hamstring shot, sometimes it can work as a little bit of disruption, but obviously the yellow pitch, still got the breakpoint on there of 4, yellow pitch still works against Rosetta and all that sort of thing, and still blocks for 3, pitches for 2, so that's why it's in there. So yeah, I'm just going to block for 6 here, and then I'm just going to opt with the cross wrap, Endless Arrow again, and just keep doing that, and keep threatening that card advantage over and over again. So getting into the mid section of the game now, and I'm sort of finding the stride. So I'm going to opt with the cross wrap, Endless Arrow on top. So we'll leave that on top, activate Azalea, and then give it Dominate. It's exactly the same card, so why not just give it Dominate, just to make it a little bit extra difficult. So now he has to block with Tunic. No, he doesn't have to block with Tunic. But just again, just more keywords, more with this. Okay, are we back? I think we might be back. I think we're back. I think we are back. Let us know if we're back. It's nothing to do with my computer, Super Mario Black Tiger. I've got an absolute gaming laptop. It's just the internet is just drops out every now and again. I think it's because it's prime time Netflix streaming going on downstairs with the missus. So I think I just need to get an Ethernet cable or just something to make it more stable. So sorry to Big Boss in the arena here. And I think it's gone again. I think it's back up, but yeah, it's pretty haphazard, unfortunately. But nothing you can do. Nothing you can do about it. So no need to get stressed about it, unfortunately. It's just what happens, isn't it? Possibly back again. Yeah, most likely. Will be intermittent. Which is a bit of a shame, because for GoAgainGaming Opens and stuff, it needs to be solid throughout the entire day. So we'll see what happens. And if we do a live stream for the spoiler card, and it's like this, that's just going to be hell on earth for everybody involved. So yeah. But maybe that's all part of the plan. Who knows? Right, so pass. Sinking below some of it, which is fair enough, I guess. Taking 4. And then every action they play next turn will cost them a life. And that is it. We're going to Arsenal the Sikkim shot. Yeah, so I think it's back now. I think it's back. We will see. We'll soon find out whether it craps out on us again. But yeah, definitely this issue needs to be resolved as soon as we can. Really, if we're going to be doing this every Tuesday and Thursday, it needs to be stable. So I need to figure that out. So yeah, Grasp of the Art Knight coming in here. They do have a Seek and Destroy and a Remorseless trigger on them at the moment. So they will have to discard their hand and arsenal at the end of this turn. So probably just going to be a bit of a setup turn for them, I expect, potentially. We will see. Revel in Runeblood. Okay. Alrighty. So this is quite a lot of rune chants coming in here. So how many rune chants is there going to be coming in now? How many rune chants is there going to be? Okay, so yes, we will prevent the arcane damage. We'll pitch a knock. Yes, we will prevent 1. Pass. Don't know what's going on here with regards to priority and rune chants. It's a bit of a hard thing to follow. The rune chants. Yeah, it should be back up now by the looks of it, but we had a little bit of a hiccup. Hopefully, we're past it. So we're going to pass. I'm just going to take cover this. They will come in for 2 and 2 after this, though. So I can't do anything about the 2. I can block what I can actually. No, I can. I think I can block everything. Because I've still got 1 floating. I block the 3 from the Rosetta, plus the 1 floating, and the other Sleep Dart, and then just Sikkim shot next turn, or I'll flip that up, see what happens. But yeah, they can still come in for 2 and 2. No, they can't. Okay. Nice. Okay, fine. So we'll see what happens here then. So activate Cross Wrap. What is on top? What is on top? But yeah, thank you everybody who is still in the chat for getting through this with us. But yeah, bit of an issue, but we'll see what happens. Fateful Scene on top, so let's bottom that for now. So what we can do is we can activate the Tunic to fire the Sikkim shot. Go again, use Death Dealer, pitch this, put the Sleep Dart in, draw a card, and then we can use the Sleep Dart. So yeah, that's quite cool. So we use Tunic. And then we'll fire the Sikkim shot. So 4 go again. And then sink below that for them. Okay, fine. And then we can use the Death Dealer to put the Sleep Dart into the arsenal, draw a card, and fire that Sleep Dart, which will turn off Viserai, which is quite nice. So activate Death Dealer, pitch Sleep Dart, put Sleep Dart in, draw a card. It's a take aim. Now that's a shame that we don't have the resource to play the take aim as well, because an 8 Sleep Dart would have been quite nice to do. So that's unfortunate, but we will just fire the Sleep Dart now then, pitching the take aim. So coming in for 5, and if it hits, it turns off Viserai's ability, which is nice, because they're trying to set up again now, so turning off that Viserai ability is quite good. So getting into this a little bit more now, after suffering a load of horrible damage early on. I think there was a stage where it was like he was on 40 and I was on 22. I think so. We're getting back into the game a little bit. And this sleep dart is a nice little attack now at this stage of the game as well. And thank you as well for everybody who's liked the video, even though we've had the issues. I can see there's 10 likes on the video now and 7 viewers, so that's brilliant. Thank you very much. So yeah, they've sleep darts hit them for 2, and then the Viserai is turned off, and then we have a few. Oh, we need to get this rusted relic out. No, we don't. We don't need the rusted relic in Viserai because we still got AB2 on the board, so that's okay. But we've got a lot of stuff here that blocks for. We've got a lot of rune chant potential block here, but they've only got 1 card, so they're just ending their turn. Okay. Now this is a bit of a shame because we don't have anything to do on this turn. We only have a bloody Ravenous Rabble, which sucks ass. We have no arrows in hand. So I think we just Ravenous Rabble, see what's on top, and then what's on top? Three of a Kind is on top. Okay, so we've got 3 of a Kind, Rain Razors, Tri-Shot starting to appear now. Okay, right. So I think we just... do we just keep the Rusted Relic in hand to stop Rune Chance? Or do we just try and play that out? We might as well try and play that out. We've got 3 of a Kind on top, which is a red pitch. Plus those. I guess we just play this out and AB3. That doesn't make a difference. AB3 does not make a difference, does it? Against Viserai, it makes no difference whatsoever. So let's just pass. At this point, it does not matter because I still haven't cracked my bullseye bracers, so I don't need any more than AB2 against Viserai right now. Unless, of course, they do the like Arcanic Crackle and other instances of Arcane, but I don't think they will. So I'm just going to Arsenal the... Oh, what do I Arsenal here? I think probably best just Arsenaling the Tri-Shot, aren't I? Because that's the thing I can play out of the Arsenal with Go Again. And then just hope that I survive. So let's just do that. I mean, this still blocks for 5 arcane damage, and this blocks for 5 normal damage. Did they mean to pass? Did they mean to pass the turn? Cementenium, let's go as. Yeah, thank you very much. Welcome to the chat. Let me just ask him, did you mean to pass? No, he did not mean to pass. Okay, right. So let me just go back. Start of the last turn. Start of the last turn. How do I change that then? So revert to the start of the previous turn, this turn. There we go. I think I've changed it. Cool, so I just reverted it back to his turn. So he did not mean to pass his turn at all. So there we go. So it's back to his turn now. Cool. So Viserai trigger, Morvarin Skies, blue. So if this hits, they get a rune chant. Yes, it does allow me to use my bracer. That's correct. So we're going to pitch the Rusted Relic. So we've got 2 left over. And he's coming in with a Shrill for 7, is it? 7 Go Again? 7 Go Again. If it hits, create a rune chant token. Yeah, it's quite a lot, isn't it? So 7, if it hits, create a rune chant token. 2 and 2 coming in after this. So if we block for 2 and 3, that's 5. So we're still not going to be able to block this for the full amount unless we chuck both of these equipments under it, which is probably not a good idea. Or is it? At this stage, does it matter? So if we take 7 here, then we take 4 afterwards. No, 5 because of the rune chant. We're going to take 12 and go to 7. And then what are we going to be drawing? 3 of a kind, bolt and shot, rain razors, tri-shot in the arsenal already. Can we do much with that? So if we play tri-shot, we can activate Death Dealer twice, 3 times even. Play out 3 of a kind, draw 3 cards, and then I can start loading arrows in. So. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's just high roll. Let's just see what happens. This is GoAgainGaming. Live life on the edge. Live life on the edge. Oh, it's 2, 2, and 2, isn't it? Oh, my goodness me. Okay, right. Sod it. All or nothing. All or nothing, baby. Oh, I still had resources floating from the thingy, so the rusted relics. Okay, so I'm not taking as much as I thought I did. So I go down to 8. Is that right? Or to 2? To 10. Okay, yeah. So do I want to prevent this? No, probably not. And then I take 2, I guess. So 10 life differential, but can I do something here? I'll play the tri-shot out. Pass. So I'll play the tri... I can opt it first of all, see what's on top, see if that makes a difference. But I'm probably going to fuck this turn up because I did last time. Right, so let's opt first of all. So that reveals a... What does that reveal? Sink below. That can go to the bottom. Right, so if I play tri-shot now, it allows me to activate Death Dealer 3 times. So what I can do with that is I can put the bolt and shot into the arsenal to give it go again. And if it hits reload. So I probably want to be playing draw 3 cards, activate bow. Yeah, I think I need to pitch the rain razors to the Death Dealer to be able to get activations, and just hope that 3 of a kind gives me some arrows. Haven't seen any red in the ledgers yet. Oh no, or no, I have seen red in the ledgers. What have I not seen yet? What arrows have I not seen? I've seen red in the ledger, remorseless. Red in the ledger, remorseless. Okay, so I could probably draw... Let's just see what happens. So, tri-shot. Activate my bow 3 times. So, first of all, I will crack the bullseye bracers. Probably a bad idea. But, hell, let's go hell to leather. Pass. Put this into the arsenal with +1, and then we'll play 3 of a kind, pitching the rain razors. And this is probably a really bad idea. Enlightened strike and searing shot. Okay, it's not bad, I guess. Plus a defense on the crackback. On the next turn, I've still got 1 floating, so I can still activate Death Dealer, draw a card again. So this is not bad, I guess. Okay, so 5 go again. If it hits, reload. And then I can do the Enlightened Strike, go again. And then I can do the Death Dealer, Searing Shot, draw a card, potentially give it another buff if I get some stuff out. So, a bit risky. Okay, so they're allowing me to reload. So I need to reload the Enlightened Strike, which will allow me to go again. So reload this. Then I'll play... I do need to tuck the sink below, though, which is the issue. Enlightened Strike, always, it does cost a card. I keep forgetting it does actually cost a card. So I need to sink the below. Go again for 5. And then we will load Death Dealer with the 1 floating, put the Searing Shot into the arsenal and draw a card. We're not going to be able to play that card, but we can still arsenal that card. So yeah, bit of a push turn. That's pretty much all we can do. So activate Death Dealer. Snatch. Yeah, we just fire the Searing Shot at this point. Searing Shot. And then we arsenal the Snatch and then see what we can do. But that was about as good as we're going to get from blind 3 of a kind. We only have AB1 on the board now, which could be an issue, but I believe that you can still... yeah, you can only pitch 1 to it, can't you? You can only pitch 1 thing to the thing that you have. So I'm only going to be able to get AB, block 3 AB each time now. I believe, something like that, isn't it? Neros, evening. My partner was tired, so got home early. Lost with 5 versus Dramai tonight. Oh, that's a shame. These things happen, though. Glad for joining us. Thanks for joining us. 10 viewers, 10 likes. Lovely old job. Thank you very much, people. So yeah, if this hits, they lose a life. So 4 coming in for 4. If it hits, they lose a life. So threatening 5. So I think that they're just obviously figuring out what they can do against this. If they take it, they go down to 9. So yeah, it's going to be a swingy end to this, I think. Quite a swingy end. And for people sticking around as well, I've had a few issues with the connection tonight, but it looks like it's more stable now after a refresh. So hopefully we'll be able to do another game after this, and maybe we'll do a What's the Card. I've got a What's the Card competition lined up in a moment. So okay, he's blocked it all. Fair enough. So he's blocked it all, and I've got, as I was saying, I've got a What's the Card lined up today, so if people want to play What's the Card, we can do that for 1 round, at least. He's ending his turn, so I'm going to Memorial Ground. Here we go, Memorial Ground, the Red and the Ledger, on top of the deck. Let's get the Red and the Ledger lot going. I probably should go for Remorseless, really, because that damages them, doesn't it, more? But hey-ho. So first of all, we can rabble, which is good. So we can rabble for 4 with Go Again. And then we can get the Red and the Ledger off the top, fire that off, and then keep the Hamstring Shot on the arsenal. So 4 Go Again, plus the Red and the Ledger, which they have to think about now, which is nice. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So he's taking 4. Activate Azalea. Give this Dominate. He's probably got a sink below or something along the lines of. So actually, I do have an Enlightened Strike. So I might just play the Enlightened Strike as well. Enlightened Strike for 5. Go Again. So let's just do Enlightened Strike. 5 Go Again, and then we can Red the Ledger after that. Yes, Towering Titan, I could rabble, E-Strike, then Red the Ledger. I did figure that line out as I was going. So we've got another 5 Go Again, then we've got a Red the Ledger at the end. Your Tunic is up to 1. Yeah, that's right. That is correct. So, yeah, pretty good. Pass. The Red and Ledger is dominated as well, but he's probably got a sink. Probably got a sink in his arsenal or in his hand. But yeah, 5 dominate. Taking 2. And only taking 2 can only play 1 action. There we go. Okay, this hand is awful. Look at this hand. Wow. I can Memorial Ground something on top, but I can't get anything in the arsenal. Oh, man. That sucks. That is shocking. He's probably thinking, oh, no, this is it now. Let's get the Remorseless on top, I think. He's probably thinking, oh no, that is it. This is it for me. This is it for me. But little does he know that I've got a rubbish hand. So I can play out, I'm probably best playing out the... Is it best playing out the Energy Potion at this point or the Rusted Relic? Probably the Rusted Relic. Probably best getting that Rusted Relic out and arsenaling the Energy Potion, and then hopefully... do I want to arsenal the Energy Potion again? No, probably want to put the Fateful Scene in the arsenal to do a physical block and then use this for pitch. So let's do that. Oh man, this is squeaky bum time. Oh dear, what's this going to mean for me? What is this going to mean for me? Northern Sky. So he's going to get an attack card. This is when Honing Hood is useful. Yes, that is true. But the value that you get out of Cross Wrap over the course of the game, I think, is just so much better. Obviously, it blocks as well, so I might need to block with these equipments in a minute. But yeah. Ranger Whiff. Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, it's just something that happens every now and again. Unfortunately, we can't really do anything about it. And I don't think I'm playing the right strategy against Viserai with having all these pots and stuff in there, like E-pots and that. They haven't really been doing much in this build. I haven't actually cracked any of these yet. They've literally just fueled Arcane Barrier 3, if anything. They clogged my arsenal early on, so I think I just need to take out the E-pots when facing Viserai. But yeah, this is going to hurt this turn. Both on 8 damage though, so I will prevent the damage by pitching an Energy Potion. Prevent damage. And then I've still got a Fateful Scene in the arsenal. So there is going to be a 2 and 2 after this, I think. Is there going to be a 2 and 2? Yeah, probably. He's got one card left in his hand, so I can still survive. Still got 29 cards in deck against their 16, so fatigue could be an option here. Do I want to keep that on top? Probably want to keep it on top for the simple fact that it blocks for 3 and it pitches blue pitch as well. So we probably do want to be keeping that there. They're activating the Tunic to give their Rosetta, to turn their Rosetta on, so I will pitch 1 for the Rune Chant, pitching the Remorseless, pitching 1 to the thing, pitch Seek and Destroy, and then pitch 1 to this, and then take 2, I guess. That's all we can really do against that. And you can still arsenal a card. So, bit of a shame. But yeah. Rattle Bones at the end. What does that do? So Remorseless, Seek and Destroy, and Read the Glide Path. Energy Pot can go right at the bottom, and then we're just going to have to pass, unfortunately. So 5 cards against 4. Viserai, probably going to kill me here, I expect. I've only got 2, 4, 7 block. Got 10 block, but 3 of which could be Rune Chants. They haven't got any Rune Chants right now. They've got 17 cards left in their deck, so I don't know what sort of cards we're going to be seeing right now. But yeah, it's gone round, that's for sure. It's definitely gone round. Yeah, to be fair, let's be honest. You know, I've had a few whiffs, had a few misplays, but you know, it's gone right to the end. We've had a few obviously difficulties with the stream, but it has gone right down to the wire here. But I think they're just going to be able to sneak through more damage. More damage on me here, unfortunately. So 3 with Go Again. We'll just block with the Searing Shot. We still do have our armour, so that's probably another thing we can chuck in for 2 physical against the Rosetta at the end. Tunic will get us a trigger next turn, but we're probably not going to be able to use it, so I think it is just about blocking now as much as we can. Which sometimes it does go down to with this. But yeah, 3 go again. It's got 1 floating, 3 card hand, 1 rune chant still on board. It's going to be a tough one to get out of this turn alive, I think, unfortunately. Oh, indeed, Towering Titan. Yes, it's a bit of a tricky wicket that we're in at the moment, unfortunately. Yeah, so I think our armour is going to go down the drain here. If we don't die, we're going to lose all of our hand regardless, which again puts them in a good position. So we've got 4 physical block, potentially 3 arcane block, and 2. So we got 6 physical block and 3 arcane block in our hand, basically, with our equipments. So I don't know what we're going to be able to do here. Obviously, he's thinking about it a lot over there right now, and rightly so, because this is very, very squeaky bum time. Def, a good close game for sure. Yeah, I mean, I was getting absolutely rinsed early on, and then the mid game sort of leveled out, and I was starting to interact with them a lot more, and now it's just a bit of a race, to be honest. I'm not sure if I can really survive the next turn. It'll be interesting to see if I can survive, but I don't think I will survive this turn. And if I do, I don't know what there is left in my deck, but obviously definitely playing more of a fatigue sort of strategy now by the looks of it, just trying to block as much as possible. So yes, I will prevent that by pitching 3. Coming in for 4, so I will block for 2, 1, and 1. Let's chuck our equipment under the bus to prevent all the damage, and we still got 2 block or an arcane block if needed. I don't know if that's going to be enough to save me, unfortunately. So can they do 7 damage to me at the end here? They got 1 rune chant over there as well, which is a bit of a shit. No. I'm not going to prevent the 1 rune chant. But this is the last attack of the chain, so I think I've survived. If I block, I'll take 1. No, if I block, I'll take 2. So I'm not going to... So I'm on 2. I'm on 2 life. So I'm still alive. Still alive, barely. Still got 1 AB on the board with the Rusted Relic. So I'm only going to be able to prevent 3 arcane damage now if I pitch a blue. So that's another thing as well, which is going to be probably the death of me. Yeah, look at this. 2, 2, 2, and 3. All the rapid fires at the bottom. So these are probably not needed in this matchup. These rapid fires. And to be honest, I don't even know how to play Pavel's lists. So I don't understand why I'm even using these. They're just a base that he's got them in his deck, basically just for another combo enabler. But I'm not smart enough to use that strategy anyway, so they could probably come out. To be honest, the rapid fires, they could probably come out. But I'm probably going to die here. I'm probably going to die this turn. Definitely going to die this turn, I expect. Why not spend to not take the damage? What? Spend what? Sorry, you have a floating resource. Do I? Oh, I had a floating resource. Oh, there we go. Screwed that up, didn't I? I didn't even realise I had a floating resource left. So yeah, I probably should be on 3 life right now. But hey ho. Yes, we'll prevent. We'll pitch this. Coming in for 4 with Go Again. Okay, block for 4 then. We've got 3 left. 2 and 2 kills us, doesn't it? 2 and 2 kills us, unfortunately. He's led the charge. He's gloom veiled. So, yeah, 2 and 2 kills us. Well, this kills us as well, to be fair. 0. block for 3 and die. Pass. There we go. GG. Big Boss Book Club coming in strong there with the Viserai. So that's good. Well done, Big Boss, for your win against Azalea. 4, you had 2. I had 2 floating. Ah, there we go then. So there we go. I had 2 floating, so I would have been on 2 life. I probably wouldn't have survived that last turn anyway. But there we go. So I had 2 floating. Oh dear. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. But hey ho, that's that. Anyway, so thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. That was a decent game. A couple of misplays. Obviously, I let the 2 go through at the end, not realising it. It was I had resources floating. So thanks for pointing that out. Thanks for pointing out my my incompetent play. But these things happen, and this is all about just chilling out and having a bit of fun, playing our favourite hero, Azalea. Well, my favourite hero at least. But yeah, Talishar is a great way to just iron out the creases. I know next time maybe not to put energy pots in my arsenal and all that sort of thing. You know, putting an energy potion in your arse is probably not the best idea, especially on a Thursday. You probably sort of need to save that sort of thing for the weekend. Really, trying to put pots in your arse. But hey ho, we learn these things, don't we? Anyway, always easier as a spectator than a player, mate. Yes, yeah. So you do recognise these things, don't you? You get a bit caught up when you're in the moment. When you're sort of shoving energy pots up your arse and stuff, or you know, you get caught up in the moment sometimes, and yeah. Anyway, so we're going to be playing What's the Card. So people in the chat, if you want to play What's the Card, then just click ready in the chat, and we can play What's the Card. So while you're gonna spam the chat, hopefully with people that want to play What's the Card, I'm just gonna go get a quick drink. And that's it, really. So if you're in the chat, just say ready, just so I know how many players are going to be playing What's the Card, and I'll be back in a moment. Big Boss, you're saying I did so many misplays there myself. Yeah, exactly. That's what Talishar is good for. Is for ironing those things out. I mean, I did a lot of stupid things as well. But yeah, these things happen, and it's all about having fun. So I'm glad you had fun there. You were swinging some horrible things my way, and the start of that game was you were very much pure putting the pressure on. I managed to get back into it towards the mid game. We had a really close game towards the end there, but just couldn't block out all the damage you was throwing at me. Cool. Okay, so we've got a lot of readies in the chat. Cool. So yeah, we'll be right back, and then we're going to do the What's the Card and maybe play one more game. So if there's anyone in the chat that wants to play against me, let me know. And if you're in the Discord, I'll send you a message to the private link so we can play. But yeah, so bear with me one sec. Okay, cool. I'm on mute again. Lovely old job. So yeah, we're going to be playing one round of What's the Card. So yeah, and then we're going to be playing a game with someone in the chat, and I'm going to be choosing a patron of the channel today. So if you're a patron of the channel, I will play you. I've already played Big Boss, who is a patron of the channel. So if you're a patron of the channel, then we can play a game today. Maybe we can sort of extend that further in the future. But again, that's a good way to support me, because I will choose you first to play these games. Because you're supporting me on a monthly basis. So thank you very much to all the patrons out there. And the patrons are also getting a scoop as to what the preview card is before it comes out. So get on that if you want the information. Pay to play favourites, exactly. You need to have some value from the Patreon, don't you, really? Let's be honest. Right then, so what's the card? Cool. So this is What's the Card. So for anyone who's new here now or in the future, luckily the stream is quite stable now, we're going to be playing What's the Card. So this is like a little mini game where people in the chat can guess what the card art is in order to win an Azalea Cult membership card. So these are the Azalea Cult membership cards. Let me just show you these. So these are the Azalea Cult membership cards. I will sign it live on the stream today with your name and obviously how you won this card. And then probably towards the end of the year or the maybe next year or something, whoever's accumulated the most Azalea Cult membership cards will get some sort of grand prize or something along the lines of that. So if you pay attention to all of my content, there'll be ways to win these Azalea Cult membership cards, and they will potentially equate to prizes in the future. So yeah, that's how that works. So we're going to be playing What's the Card? So can we just make sure? Can you just give us a ready if you're ready to play What's the Card again, please? And then we can get straight to it. This is just a quick hint on this one as well. This is not Ranger themed. This is quite an obscure one as well. So make sure your knowledge is definitely going to be tested on this one. That's all I'm saying. Cool. It's not a Ranger card. Yes, oh crap, DG is saying, DGTTG. So yeah, when we're ready to go. Cool, Cementenium is saying let's go as well, cool. So, 3, 2, 1. What is the card? What is this card, people? And again, the first person to guess the correct answer in the chat will win the prize. What is the card? You need to name the card. Super Mario Black Tiger. You need to make sure that you're putting the correct words in your answer. Ricardo Nugan, you are the winner of this because you took the time to make sure that you were typing correctly on the chat. So Super Mario Black Tiger, you put Amulet of Iriv 7. So it's not an Amulet of Iriv 7, apparently. Ricardo got it first. Talisman of Assertiveness. So well done to Ricardo for getting that correct. And all of the spelling there as well. Assertiveness as well is correct by the looks of it. So yeah, well done to Ricardo Nugan. Sorry if I've pronounced your name incorrectly. But yeah, Amulet of Assertiveness is the correct answer, with Ricardo swooping in to claim the prize there. So let me just write your name on here. So Ricardo... Nguyen. Well done. That's What's the Card. So WTC. And that is Amulet of Assertiveness. So yeah. Brush up on your flesh and blood card knowledge, people, because it's not always going to be Azalea and Ranger themed. So from as. There we go. Cool. Right, there we go. That's that. So here we go. Ricardo Njungen, well done. What's the card? Amulet of Assertiveness from Az. So well done, Ricardo, for guessing the correct card. And not rushing either. Just putting it in there, just being nice and calm, just like Amulet of Assertiveness, send, and you're the rightful winner there. Unfortunately, Super Mario Black Tiger, unfortunate. Damn smartphone, also I forgot it was an amulet. So yeah. It's a talisman of assertiveness, yeah. Or no, what is it? What is it then? Amulet of assertiveness. Or is it a talisman of assertiveness? Maybe I've got it wrong then. So is it a talisman or is it an amulet? It is an amulet. It's an amulet of assertiveness, not a talisman. Oh, okay. Right, in that case, then, that's a bit of a shame. So it is an amulet of assertiveness. So Cementenium got it. So do you know what? We'll give you both one. Well done. We'll give you both one. Participation is what counts, right? I'm just going to check fabdb.net. But yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is an amulet, not a talisman. Or is it a talisman? Amulet of assertiveness. Yeah, it is. Okay. There we go. So, Amulet of Assertiveness is the correct answer. So, Ricardo, you were nearly correct, but Cementenium was the correct answer. So, you're going to be getting a card as well. But all about participation. Let me just go get the other card. Did not expect to give away 2 prizes today. Did not expect to give away 2 prizes today. There we are. So, Cementenium. Okay. Are you in the Discord? Are you in the Discord, Cementenium? I think you are, aren't you? Yeah, you're... Seba Corgi. Yes. Yes, of course you are. Yes. Because you won the... you were the Bravo cosplayer. And you won the Fabled package that I gave away. Brilliant. Cool. Okay, cool. That's fine. So that's so Cementenium. So that is what's the card? Amulet. No, it's a talisman. No, it is an amulet. Amulet of assertiveness. Because I just saved it on my OBS scene. I just saved it as an image. I didn't even save the name, but I knew it was. I thought it was the. I thought it was a amulet of assertiveness or talisman. Well, I don't know. We've checked it out now, though. It's all good. So Cementenium, well done. Well done. From Az. There we go. So 2 winners on today. Cementenium, well done. What's the card? Amulet of assertiveness from Az. Yeah, some sort of item of assertiveness. Yeah, exactly. I mean, who's going to use this card? Let's be honest. I don't even remember what it does. So it's a yellow pitch item. Cost nothing to play. Go again. Attack reaction. Destroy it. Target attack gains. When this hits, banish the top card of the deck. If it's an attack action card, you may play it this turn. Activate its ability only if you have 4 more cards in hand. Yeah, absolute crap. Let's be honest. Absolute rubbish. But there we are. Okay, cool. So let me just play another game then, shall we? So who said they were able to play? Let me just scroll up the chat. Who said they were going to play the game? Who said they were going to play? Who said they were going to play? I'm game if you are. Neroz. Okay, let's go then. Neroz. I will send you the game link in a moment because I know who you are on Discord because you're a patron. And I was speaking to you earlier on today, actually. So yeah, that's fine. We'll sort that out now then. So let me just go back to the live stream screen. Cool. Right. So then my deck link is this one. So paste. This is going to be a private game, and then we're going to. Don't need to name the game, I guess, do we? Well, gag. We'll just call it gag. Private. Create. Then we're going to use Death Dealer and purchase, probably. And then I'll send you the game copy invite link over to Discord. Chuck that in there. There we go. So I've sent that over to you now. Neroz. Bye-bye stream. Yep. Make sure you mute and not get rid of it, but, you know. There we go. We've got do in the chat. So Fai Rising Rebellion. So I'm probably going to lose this. Well, I played against, randomly, I actually played against Simon from Push the Point earlier on Talishar. Just a random pickup game, and he was playing Fai, and it is ridiculously oppressive. So we'll see how this goes. Right, we need to take out the combo pieces. This is just going to be a straight race, isn't it? So let's take out the energy potions. Sink below, snatch, memorial ground, yes. Try shot. We'll probably keep that in there. Fatigue shot can go. Sleep dart. Do we need that in there? Rusted relic can go. Hamstring shot can stay. 63 cards in there. Take away sleep dart as well, I think. 61 cards. Cool. I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we're going to be doing, I think. Everything else. Cool. Right. Hello in the chat. And then we're going to start. Cool. Right then. So we're playing against Neroz, who is a patron of the channel. So thank you very much for your support. And yeah, we're going to be playing some games against Fai. And it's nice to see as well that he's using GoAgainGaming sleeves. Look at that. Look at that representation. That is a lovely old job, eh? Nice one, Neros, for using GoAgainGaming sleeves. And as a patron of the channel, you can get access to those. I don't even know why I'm not playing with any sleeves at the moment, but there we go. Anyway, let me just go on to this now then. Cool. Right then. So our turn will be absolutely nothing by the looks of it. We can't really do much. Well, we can activate Death Dealer, put Hamstring Shot in there, which might interact with their next turn a bit. So let's just do that. So we're going to play, activate Death Dealer, pitch 3 of a kind, load in the Hamstring Shot, and draw. We draw another Hamstring Shot. Okay. And then we're just going to play the Hamstring Shot, pitching Fateful Scene, I think. No, we'll pitch Snatch. So coming in for 4, so a bit of a poor turn to begin with. But if they let it hit, obviously their next action will cost an additional 1 next turn. But yeah, they're probably just going to block it out because they're going to draw anyway. But hey ho. So yeah, for people in the stream now, Neroz is in the chat at the moment. He is the character, or the character. Well, he is a character. He is the person that I'm playing at the moment. So he is a patron of the channel, and therefore I selected him over everybody else. Savage, but there we go. That's it. So they are blocking for. They're blocking with a flame scale furnace, which means they've probably got some sort of spice in their hand that they want to keep. But yeah, they're blocking out fully here. And I will probably just Arsenal the Fateful Scene. Or do I Arsenal the Hamstring Shot? Probably just Arsenal the Hamstring Shot. The 3 of a kind can go first. And then we'll just Arsenal this. So we've got a few defensive options here. Fateful Scene, Sink Below. We probably will use Sink Below to sink the Fateful Scene to the bottom because we've just pitched 3 of a kind. So obviously if we want to get that massively wide turn towards the end, hopefully we will be able to last to the end. But yeah, Art of War turn. Here we go. Here we go. Andrew Mason, I feel savaged. I've played loads of games with you over the last year, Andrew. I haven't played a game against Neroz yet. Art of War, yes, so it begins. Absolutely, yeah. Cowabunga, here we go. What can we do? Do you know what? I really don't care about playing Fai if they're using GoAgainGaming sleeves. It really doesn't bother me, to be honest, because look at that. That just looks fantastic, doesn't it? GoAgainGaming, sleeves being used by the opponent. So, you know, Neros can play whatever he wants to play. He can shove his Kodachis as far up my arse as he wants, as long as he's playing with the mullet sleeves. That's all that matters, really. Cool, right, so coming in for 4 with Go Again. If it hits, the next attack action costs 2 or less, gets Go Again. Okay, fine, pass. Just gonna sink below this, I think. Sink below. Choose Rain Razors. Pass. Oh no, we just played Rain Razors. Whoops, let me just undo that. There we go. Didn't mean to play the Rain Razors on top of the thing, so we're going to put the Rain Razors on bottom and draw, which is a searing shot. Okay. Okay, fine. Fai is an alright matchup, at least for the regular deck. Yes, it is. And I think I've thinned out the deck enough for it to be that sort of deck against this. But we will see. So 5 Go Again. So I could just play the Fateful Scene and block with a Searing Shot. And then just maybe come in with the Hamstring Shot next turn, I think. Because Hamstring Shot against Fai, let's be honest, I think it takes a card away from them because they have to block with something because everything costs 0. So it means that they have to then act with actually pitching a card to play something, which I think is why Hamstring Shot is okay in this matchup. It just pitches for yellow, blocks 3, which is why I've got it in here. So 5 Go Again. So we will just Fateful Scene this one and just see what we have on top and take 1 from this. Remorseless on top. Okay, we'll keep that on top for now. Pass. And then we still have 6 block in hand if we need to block something for... Oh no, he's ending his turn. Okay, so that Art of War turn was not as bad as I thought it would be. Luckily, so we're going to use the cross wrap. We already know what's there anyway, so we don't have to reveal this Hamstring Shot to them. We're just going to play a Remorseless, I think. So we will just do that. So activate Azalea. Not my greatest turn. No, unfortunately not. That's just what happens, isn't it? So then we're just going to play this Remorseless, pitching this Searing Shot. So coming in for 5, and every action they play next turn will cost them a life. So that's always a good card against Fai, because they're always cowabungering all of their hand as much as possible. And they're coming in with Dominate, so maybe we'll force Flame Scale and a Shuko block and a card from hand to prevent the damage. But yeah, he must have missed hard on Art of War. Yes, absolutely. But that's the risk you take, I guess, isn't it? With those sort of cards, with like stuff like Sonata Arcanics, Art of War, all of that sort of stuff that you draw off the top of your deck without knowing what's there, like the Tome of Aetherwind and all of the stuff that draws off the top of your deck blindly. You never know what you're going to get, but it can either be feast or famine, right? It can either be a load of good stuff off the top or just a whiff like that. So yeah, they're blocking with a lot of cards here to stop this on hit going through, which is fine. Nice to see the armor getting blocked with early, and then we can just Arsenal Remorseless, another Remorseless, and pass. And again, we've got quite a defensive hand here with a Fateful Scene, a Knock, which can block. So we can block for 7, 9, 11. We can block for 11. And then we can shoot the Remorseless again on our next turn because we've got a Tunic. So this is probably what gets you, is the one damage just leaking through every single turn if they're doing stuff. So because you don't want to commit a card to the 1 unless you really have to. So that's where they get a lot of the value in the harmonized Kodachis, because they can just keep going. They can just keep going, and it does wear you down over time. So that's why you need to try and end it as quickly as you can, and force that interaction. And again, this deck is a lot thinner, a lot sort of slimmed down in comparison to what I was playing against Viserai and stuff. what does this do? So if this hits, you may banish an attack action card with cost number of draconic chain leads you control +1 to turn. If it hits, okay, so it's probably not going to hit. So we will pass, and we'll fate foreseen it, and just hope there might be an ancestral empowerment behind this. Rain Razors, we want that on top? No. Put that to the bottom for now. Okay. So let's still go again after this, though. So Lava Burst. So it's got a Rupture trigger, isn't it? So 5. So we can block for 5 and then come in with... Yeah, we'll block for 5 here. And then we can just read the Glide Path and then Remorseless for 8, which is always a nice little crack back. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll play Read the Glide Path. Opt to see what's on top, first of all. Snatch, that can go to the bottom. Activate the Tunic. We might as well flip the Remorseless face up to see if we get anything else which we can dominate. Completely forgot about the cross wrap. If this is like if this is a Red and Ledger or Remorseless, then we'll obviously get... we'll keep that on top because it's good defensive card. And then we'll just fire this off at them for 8. And again, it's a punishing card against Fai because obviously every action they play after this on the next turn will cost them a life. So this basically... if they don't block this, it probably reads as like an 11 attack, like 10-11 damage coming in over the course of their next turn. So yeah, it's always a nice card to fire off against aggro. Especially Fai, because he has a lot of attack action cards that cost nothing. So that's where all of his value is playing 0 cost attacks along a massive combat chain. So yeah, he's probably thinking, I can do more damage back now, because he's still on more life than me. He's on less now, but yeah, as we got quite a defensive hand here again. So we've got 3, 3, 4, and 4, which is probably going to be useful against the crackback. We have no arrows in hand. So we are just going to play defensive on this turn, and again the Kodachi's coming in, making it, you know, the value there. I do not want to trade any of my cards for 1 damage, so that it just continuously wears you down over the course of the game. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that you have to deal with. You have to take it on the chin, and they're just passing back to me. Now that is an issue, but I can knock to go and get something on top and then reload a card. So I can still play any arrow with Dominate, which will probably be Red in the Ledger to try and spice up the 5-card hand that they currently have. So let's do that. So let's knock the Death Whistle. Go and get Red in the Ledger. It's a shame we have no pumps, which is a bit of a shame. So we'll go and get Red in the Ledger on the top. Reload the Tri-Shot, because that can come in handy later. So we'll activate Azalea, get the Tri-Shot to the bottom of the deck. And obviously we've pitched some Rain Razors and some 3 of a kinds already, I believe. And then we're just going to fire this off, pitching a Take Cover. Sink Below is better because you can cycle your hand a little bit more. So yeah, coming in for 5, and if it hits, they can only play 1 action next turn. So again, it's probably going to force another block from the Flame Scale Furnace, or even the Mask of Momentum. They haven't got any value out of the mask yet, so they might be chucking this under the bus. But we'll see. A 5-card hand 5 with 1 in Arsenal is just deadly. So we just need to force this, really. He must have missed hard. Oh, sorry, yeah. Does this deck run Feign Death? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Just because I just don't think it does enough. Unfortunately, I don't think it does. I don't think it does enough. It can either be very good or very bad, depending on the matchup. So I'd rather just not have it in there at the moment. Art of War. What's he doing? Buffing his cards. Attack action cards you control get +1 this turn. Okay. So he's buffing his defense on Art of War. Interesting. Interesting use of Art of War. Buffing the defense. So yeah, still coming in for 5. 5 dominate. So he's probably going to block with the Flame Scale and then a card from hand to make it 5, right? So he's going to get a buff from the Art of War effect. +1 power and +1 defense. Yeah, so he's probably going to block with the Flame Scale plus a attack action card for which blocks for 3. Does Fai have block 3s in his deck, or is it mainly block 2? I can't remember. Feigned Death's been really good for me, but you want to keep Tunic Resource for it in a lot of matchups. Yeah. No, yes, I mean, it can be very good, but it can be also just nothing in your hand. If you draw it and you're facing just a physical attacker, there's nothing you can do. So I think, I don't know, it's a sideboard card, isn't it? It's a sideboard card that takes up slots. It's fantastic against like stuff like Blazing Aether and Rupture and all that sort of thing, like massive hits on the end of big long turns. But then it can be absolutely nothing somewhere else. So the ceiling is very high, but it's also can just be nothing on as well. So yeah, they are blocking with the mask here, as I thought. So that's good. You can see that go. And then we're just going to Arsenal this Sink Below and then draw Memorial Ground, which is nice. We can get the Red in the Ledger or the Remorseless back on top, and then block with... we can get that back on top. We can't unless we block with Snatch coming in. What's that? For nothing? For 4, right. So what is our next... So can he give that go again? He's got 2 floating. Probably going to be some sort of Razor, isn't it? What do we do with this? So if we play Sink Below, we can sink the Memorial Ground, and then we can just play the Hamstring Shot with what we get, maybe. Play the Hamstring Shot. Okay, right, so we will just block with... There's going to be something over the top of this, isn't there? That's the thing. There's going to be something over the top. So let's block with Seek and Destroy. Pass. Probably should have blocked with Read the Glide Path instead, but I'd like to have the opt on there to see if we can get something else. Snapdragons. Okay. It's going to draw a card now as well, so I probably should have just... Yeah, I read that wrong. I thought he had like a Razor or something in his hand that would give him go again, but he had Snapdragon, so 2 will still leak through here and draw him a card. So do I want to prevent that? I probably will just prevent that now then, instead. So I will prevent the draw card. I'll sink the Memorial Ground. Sick'em Shot instead. Okay. Still blocks for 3, I guess. It doesn't... Memorial Ground was not blocking for anything at all, so I guess that kind of works. Worst case scenario, we can just put the Hamstring Shot into the Arsenal with Bullseye Braces and play it. So 4 go again, or do we just block as much as we can? Still on a higher life. 4 go again. What's going to come in after that? I will go down to 32, just in case there's some form of Rupture stuff on the end of this attack. Still got 2 floating, so probably going to be one big attack now on the end of the chain. 1 card in hand, or another Snatch. Okay, so he wants to replace his Arsenal here, which we're probably not going to let him do. But if we do that, we can't do... So if we block with the Perch Grapplers, he's used a lot of his equipment now, so I think now's the time to block with this, and then block with... Read the Glide Path, and then use the Sick'em Shot to put that in there, draw a card. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So blocking for 4, not allowing him to get the card advantage. That's why I like Snatch, because Snatch is just a nice way to potentially draw a card, arsenal it to get a 5-card hand again. That's why I use it in Azalea. Cool. Right, so we're going to activate Death Dealer. Pitching the Sick'em Shot, putting the Hamstring Shot into the Arsenal and drawing a card, Enlightened Strike. We can't play the Enlightened Strike, so we're just going to be playing this, I think. Pitching this. So the good thing about Hamstring Shot against Fai is that obviously all of his attacks cost nothing. So if this hits them, they then have to trade a card to actually attack on the next turn. So it's actually pretty good. If you think about it, it's got a 4 on there as well. So it's got a break point on there. So he has to chuck his Flame Scale and a card underneath this to stop it, which he hasn't stopped it. So his first attack's going to cost an extra 1, which will trade a card from hand. So against Fai, I think Hamstring Shot can give you that, just that little extra bit of interaction that you might not see coming, and therefore, the resources are a little bit, they're stripped back a little bit more. Anyway, so 3 coming in here. He does have 1 floating now, but this did cost him 1. He had to pitch another Cinderclaw for this, which is the whole point, right? So we're going to be playing. We'll probably just take this. Still on higher life, so we'll go down to 29 and see what comes after. Ancestral. Okay, drawing a card, putting it up to 4. So we're both on equal life now. Fine. Still got 2 cards, 1 resource. And yeah, Hamstring Shot really is just a yellow pitch card, so it can be used to stop things like Rosetta. It's still a 4 attack, which forces a little bit of interaction for the people that swing physically. So yeah, I still think it's a fair enough include, and it blocks for 3, of course. So we're going to have a Tunic resource on our next turn. So if we play Knock, if we load the Hamstring Shot in, go get Red in the Ledger. Dominate it, take aim, use that to do that. So I think we're just going to take the damage. I think we've got a good line here. We've got a Ravenous Rabble plus a dominated 8 Red in the Ledger, potentially. So I think we're going to crack back for probably 11 damage plus a interaction. Oh, here we go. What's this going to do? Can't remember what this does. 5. So if it hits, banish top card of the deck, you can play it until the end of the next turn. So I think we need to block this. So we might just chuck these 2 underneath it. Block for 5. Play Knock on our next turn. Reload this. Activate Azalea. Give it Dominate. And fire it off with the Tunic trigger. Yeah, okay, we'll block 5. Sod it. Not as the line I was thinking of was not probably... It wasn't what I wanted to achieve. But regardless, we can get a dominated Red in the Ledger off the top of our deck. So we're going to play this. Reload this, activate Azalea, give it Dominate, and then fire it off for 5. Unfortunately, yeah, not as big as I wanted it to be, but I didn't want him having that card advantage from the take the tempo. So again, just forcing more interaction here. Coming in for 5 Dominate, he's only got 4 cards in hand, so he can only block with 1 card, and the maximum that's going to be is, what, 4 if he has a defense reaction? But defense reactions are not prevalent in Fai, so I'm hoping that this is going to leak 2 damage at least, and, oh, he's taking it all. Okay, so you can only play 1 action next turn, but he's probably just going to use that to be able to get the arsenal up. So yeah, that's how that's going to work. He's going to come in with 1 action. And then my turn is going to be a Bolt and Shot, a Bolt and Shot and a Rabble, by the looks of it. And I can opt for the Rabble as well, so it's probably going to be coming in for 10 plus next turn. Or I could crack the Bracers to give this the +1, then +3. So I could give it 8. 3. I'm going to use the take cover. I'm going to reload the Ravenous Rabble into my arsenal so I can switch that face up just in case it's something better. What do I want to do? No, I want to be reloading this into the arsenal, because then I can at least flip this up and opt again with the Read the Glide Path, and then come in with the Ravenous Rabble afterwards, because this will have Go Again anyway. So I need to reload this really. But that's it. He's going to have 5 cards now. So it's allowed me to get back into the tempo a little bit more and now put some pressure on back. But yeah, so opt with this. Ravenous Rabble on top. So if we Rabble, it's going to be 4 damage. Then we play the Read the Glide Path. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best thing to do. We're going to have to leave this on top just for the damage that we know we're going to get. So yeah, this is coming in for 4 with Go Again, and then we're going to play the Bolt and Shot after, which is going to come in for 7 with Go Again. But that Go Again doesn't really matter. It's just threatening damage at this point. Then Read the Glide Path. We get to opt again. Completely forgot we could opt again, so we probably could have. We'll now bottom the Ravenous Rabble, I think, because it only blocks for 2. So we'll get rid of that. And then we're going to shoot out the Bolt and Shot for 7. 7, Go Again. The Go Again does nothing. If it hits, it goes back to hand. Oh, no, it doesn't. That's the endless arrow. Never mind. So 12 against 25, pass. So he's obviously got a full hand and an arsenal here. And we do not have a defensive turn at all here, unfortunately. We've got a Memorial Ground and a Rain Razors, which is pretty dire. So we can block for 7 in total, plus these for 9 over here with the actual equipments. So yeah, this is a bit of a rubbish turn. This is a bit of a rubbish defensive turn, at least. And the Kodachis are going to come through and just, fizzle me away a little bit more. So I think we will just... Yeah, we have no arrows on our... We have no arrows. We have no arrows to play next turn either. So again, we're getting a bit of a ranger issue now where we have no arrows to use. Memorial Ground again, just clogging up the hand, not doing anything, unfortunately. But that's the risk you take, really, isn't it? And it was good earlier on where did we use Memorial Ground in this game? I can't remember. But yeah, Rain Razors, Memorial Ground, just don't block for anything. Not great, is it? Tri-Shot, probably not. It's probably not going to be used in this sort of matchup. You're probably not going to be firing off multiple arrows each turn. But yeah, this is going to be a tough one to get through. So we've got 7 defense there, plus we've got 9 defense in total. And if this hits, it gains Go Again. So there's got to be something behind this, because if it doesn't hit, he's not going to be able to do anything else. So do we overcommit in this instance? If it hits, it gains Go Again. So how? Unless he has a way of giving it Go Again from hand. So let's just risky, but we'll pass. Ancestral Empowerment, maybe? Draw a card. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So should have probably overcommitted. Yeah, I was on the edge there. I was like, do I block with 2 cards? What could it be to make it hit? And it is the +1, which is all it needs to do it. So yeah, we're just going to Fateful Scene then in that case. Should have probably overblocked there. Unfortunately. 3 of a kind on top. So we've got 3 of a kind, Tri-Shot, Memorial Ground, Rain Razors. No arrows to use, though, unfortunately, so that can go to the bottom for now. And then we will we might as well just Memorial Ground now, just to get an arrow back. Because we can't use this to block anyway, so you might as well just get an arrow back onto the top. And I think we have to go for Remorseless now, just to put that race on. But yeah, we're not going to be able to block anything else here, unfortunately. Well, we've got the Tri-Shot still, and we've got 5 defense with all of the equipment included. Rain Razors is just not blocking for anything, unfortunately. When it hits, you may banish an attack action card from your hand, and if you do, it gains go again. You may play it this turn, go again. If it hits, okay, so I probably don't want this to hit, so I'm going to have to chuck away the Tunic. Probably the cross wrap, so we're going to block for 3 and 1, so I'll block for 4. Keep the Tunic as long as we can, I guess. Are we still alive? Has it stopped? Has it stopped? Probably not. Two memorial grounds. There's 2 in there. That's it. In those scenarios, Feign Death is great. You can pitch memorial to do it, and it's guaranteed that the thing does not hit regardless of what tricks he has. Yes, but it's very conditional, isn't it? That's the issue. It's the condition. It's the conditional thing of the Feign Death that I don't like. But everyone's different. Yeah, it has worked for me before against like Blazing Aethers and Wizards and stuff. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it could be good against, obviously, Fai and stuff, because you're always taking damage, especially against, like, the Kodachis. You've already taken the 1. So the Feign Death, then, with the Tunic trigger, or the Rain Razors, or the Memorial Grounds could turn into a defense which just cancels one of their attacks entirely. So, yes, I can appreciate where you're coming from in that regard, but I just don't like the times when it's crap in hand. Similar to how this is now, this Rain Razors. If this was a Feign Death in hand, it would still be exactly the same. It wouldn't be able to do anything right now. It could have prevented the thingy. Oh, here we go. He's replacing his Arsenal now, which is a bit of a shame. But we can't block this. So he's going to maintain his card advantage, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. We can't block out that one. So he's going to get an Arsenal card. Damn it. It's going to get an Arsenal card, and then we're just going to Arsenal and pass. So this is why I don't play Rain Razors in contrast. Yeah. I mean, I would prefer, in this matchup where it's just physical damage and you're not trying to push through loads of arrows over the top of Oldhim or something like that. I would prefer something like something like Razor Reflex, which actually blocks for 2 at least, and it can still do stuff. To do other things similar to Rain Razors, but Rain Razors is really nice when you're just trying to push damage for nothing and trying to get on hit effects through. So I still do like Rain Razors for that reason. But again, if this was a Feign Death, it would still be exactly the same, right? But arguments can be made for everything. Let's be honest. Different strokes for different folks and all that sort of stuff. Okay, end. Just going to be passing the turn, unfortunately. So we're still on higher life, and we got a few good blocks in hand now. And again, we can block with our entire hand and do a snatch like they did last turn. Wouldn't push the point work almost as well? What's this? So Kodachi and 2 floating. Fine. Yep. Take 1. Going to have a Tunic trigger on our next turn. Does that matter? We can load in the we don't have go again though, do we? On the Remorseless? No. Okay. Push the point. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what card that is. I've never used it before. I can imagine the art. It's like the knight with the sword, isn't it? I just don't remember what it does. Can't remember what it does. Most Azalea arrows are once a turn. Yeah. Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you? Right, so what's this? 2 go again if it hits, draw a card. So we will just block with Tri-Shot because we're never going to use that. our next turn is probably just going to be playing out the Rain Razors to give our arrows +2, which is probably just going to buff up the Remorseless for 2. Load in the Remorseless with the Tunic trigger, and then draw a card and play that, so we can still block with both of these cards here for 5. So we're probably just going to let this hit for now. So we can Tunic the thing in here, and then come in for 7 with the Remorseless, which will probably push through a lot of damage. So I think we just have to do that. We're going to have to block with both of these here. Phoenix Flame for 0. Okay. Is there a trick behind that for 0? Is there a trick there? Let's just call his bluff. 0. Okay. He's just playing it to play it, I guess. Because he wants maybe the Rupture. Or the Blaze Headlong, if you played another red card. Okay, fine. So 4. So if we take this, we'll go down to 13. Maybe if we can, I don't know what this card is. Costs 1. Maybe it's like something that costs we'll take this 4. Sod it. We'll take it and then see what happens on the last thing they do, because we might need the block 6 or the block 5. Sorry, no, he's done nothing. Okay, fine. Cool. So he's Arsenal a card down to 13. Right. So first of all, we will play the Rain Razors. Arrows of +2 while attacking. This is only going to affect Remorseless, unfortunately, because we don't have... But it does mean that we can actually activate Death Dealer, pitching the Endless Arrow, I think. Yeah, pitch the Endless Arrow. And then put the Remorseless in, draw a card. Hopefully this is a buff that we draw. We'll see. It's a Searing Shot. Okay. That doesn't really do anything. And then we'll just play this from hand using the Searing Shot that we just drew. So we're coming in for 7. And if it hits, every action will cost them a life next turn. Lunging Press. Yeah, that's the blue pitch one that costs nothing and pushes 1 damage over the top. Yeah, attack reaction. Yeah, I know that one. Lunging Press. Conovar Hawk as online. Let's go. Yes. Welcome to the chat, Conovar. I don't think I've ever seen you here before, so thank you very much for turning up. But yeah, Fai does not want to block. So forcing a Remorseless through is nice, because it means that their whole turn is then dampened by this. So yeah, they're taking 2 damage from this, and it means every action they play will still cost them a life. Flamescale Furnace is finally going down the drain. And then if we need to block with our entire hand against their next turn, we can still snatch on our turn to then potentially still maintain that card advantage. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. They're blocking the whole thing. Okay. Pass. So that's good. Getting rid of all those cards with 1 card is pretty good. Late stages. Still have a Tunic trigger as well, which is nice. Pass. And I'm going to Arsenal the Snatch. We're going to put the Endless Arrow first. Arsenal the Snatch. And then we have a bunch of 2 blocks. So having a great time, as always. But we do have... so what's this coming in for 3? What was it? When it hits, you may banish attack action card from your hand of cost the number of... Doesn't do anything. 3 doesn't do anything, right? That's in the arsenal. Doesn't do anything. You may play it this turn. So let's just pass. Sod it. Probably making all sorts of wrong decisions, but hey ho. Who gives a shit? Right, so end turn. Right, so we've got a Snatch in our arse. Oh, that's a shame. So we could just... If we blindly activate Azalea, we will either get a D-react or something bad, or do we just do it? We can play the Snatch out of the arsenal, but then we can't do anything else. But if we activate Azalea and see what happens, we might get something. What do we do? We're only playing this for fun, right? We're only playing this for fun. Should we just activate Azalea blindly? What should we do? What do you reckon? Just play Snatch, conceding momentum. Okay. Let's just do that then. Let's follow the audience. Oh, too late. Big Boss, I've done it now, mate. Unfortunately, I've taken Yeezel's advice here and just played the Snatch. Even though all my hand, well, 2, 2, 2, and 3, so it blocks for 9, plus 10 with a Tunic. So it's not... Yeah. Maybe I probably just should have risked it, but we'll see. Pass. Or Arsenal a take aim, I think. Oh, he's sink below. So he's used one card against it anyway. I should have worded that better, I think. What did you mean then? Not actually just take a risk, did you mean? Cool. Okay, that's that. He's used a card for that, I guess. We still have a card advantage because we've got one more card. We've got one more card than them. So we will just... Should we Arsenal a 3 of a kind? Or should we Arsenal the Sikkim shot? So we've got an arrow to use next turn if needed. Go again. Yeah, let's just do that. E-Strike. So E-Strike is okay, I guess, but the Kodachis are now coming into range, which is the issue. So I'm going to have to start thinking about blocking Kodachis soon. So I should have just gone balls to the wall with that Azalea. If I activated Azalea, I would have drew Enlightened Strike, so it probably would have been a better payoff. But obviously, so yeah. Kodachi. Zero for 5, go again. Yeah, but you still need to tuck a card. It still does cost you a card, unfortunately, E-Strike, which I keep forgetting sometimes. It still does cost you a card. Taking the tempo. Okay, so coming in for 5. Okay, we'll block with E-Strike and take aim for 5. I think we just take the damage now. I think we just we used a Tunic to activate 3 of a kind, draw 3 cards. Yeah, okay, we'll see what happens here then. So we can play this out of the arsenal, which will have go again, which will allow us to then activate our bow again. So I think we're just going to have to use the 3 of a kind. We'll probably just use this first, take aim, to buff up this and see what we draw. Because we can still get 2 arrows into our arsenal after this because we've got Bullseye and Death Dealer. So that might be the play. So let's play take aim. So at least Sikkim Shot will be a 7 go again. Then we will activate the Tunic. Play 3 of a kind. Draw 3. Bolt and Shot and Remorseless. That's a pretty lovely old job, isn't it? So we're only going to be able to play 2 of these, though, because we have to pay for this, which is going to be take cover, probably, and then we have to so we have to pay for this with that, and then we have to pay for this with that, draw a card. So yeah, we can still get 2 arrows off, so we're just going to do this. We're going to play Sikkim Shot for 7 go again. Yeah, Death Dealer will get me a card, luckily. So going slightly wider here with the Sikkim Shot buff. So 7 go again, then we activate Death Dealer to to get the... Oh, actually, no, we could go... Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. We could bullseye, but there's no point, is there? Pass. So you take 4. Sink below. Okay. It's good to see that go now, I guess. Okay, pass. Now we can activate Death Dealer to put the Remorseless into the arsenal and draw a card. But I think maybe it's better just to put the Remorseless into the arsenal with +1 instead and fire it off, because then it'll be 6, which is 2 cards from hand. So yeah, I think we're just going to do this. We're going to go balls to the wall. Fuck it. Let's just do that. Yeah, because we can't play any cards from hand anyway. So if we drew like a buff or something from Death Dealer, we couldn't play it anyway. So we might as well just get the more damage through at this point. So 6. Coming in for 6. And if it hits, every action will cost him a life. So yeah, good at this point in the game. So it's definitely forcing some more blocks from hand. And then he's probably going to have nothing to do. So if he blocks with 2 cards here, he'll then have nothing to do on his turn. If he pitches a card, he can then come in for, what, 1? Or use a 0 cost to come in at me, but then he won't have card advantage. He'll probably have to Arsenal at the end of his turn instead, potentially, to get more value. I don't know, because Fai's turns are probably better if you store them up. Yeah, exactly. You'd have to pitch the buff to fire the arrow anyway, but I couldn't play the buff because I had 3 of a kind on the stack, so I wouldn't be able to play the buff anyway from hand, so I wouldn't be able to do that anyway. So it's probably best for me to just crack the braces and get this through. So he's taking the 6. Interesting. And then I will put the bolt and shot on the bottom. So Memorial Ground here again coming in. So I still have 9 block. I have 10 block. So what's this? 3. 3 go again. Okay, we'll block with Sick'em Shot for now. Pass. At least we can block with 1 E-Strike and then tuck the Memorial Ground for the 7 attack next turn. That's probably the best thing we're going to be able to do. So we can block with 1 E-Strike. So that Kodachi can probably just hit us. We've still got a Tunic to block with. So that could come in crucial if we get Kodachi'd again. That might be the thing to do. What's going to come in at us now, though? Another Kodachi, probably, because he's going to Arsenal this card, I expect. Yeah. Okay, so I think we just chuck the Tunic under this, because we're not going to get any value out of this anymore. So, chuck it under the bus. Praise be our glorious Tunic. Praise be our glorious Tunic. Pass. Cool. Then we're going to Enlightened Strike, tuck the Memorial Ground, come in for 7, and then Arsenal the other one, I think. Unless he's got something else. Yeah, he is coming in again for a 3. Okay, that's fine. Pass. We'll block with 1 Enlightened Strike. Pass. Just thought he'd try and come in for the damage there, didn't he? But luckily, I've got a 7 coming in next turn with an Enlightened Strike. So, pass. Buff power. 7. So one block is not going to do it. He needs to block with 2 things in order to prevent this from killing him. Because even if he has a defense reaction, he still needs to block. If he has a defense reaction for 4, he'll go down to 1 if he doesn't block with anything else. So I'm hoping that I'm banking on the fact that Fai will not be running many defense reactions, and that he has to block with 2 cards from hand and then leak 1 damage. Yeah, blocking for 2. Yeah, a lot of these stuff block for 2. Blocking for 2. So taking 3. Or is he going to block with more? So taking 3. Okay, so he's down to 1 life. 1 singular life. I've got Sikkim Shot, Take Cover, Searing Shot, so I can basically I can take cover, load in the Searing Shot and fire it off, and then block with everything else. So let's block with the Sikkim Shot first. So yeah, take cover, reload this, fire it off. One to 7. Neros is saying, sure you have me. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, Neros. So we're going to activate Death Dealer. Pitch the 3 of a kind. Put the Searing Shot in and draw a card. It's a tri-shot. Doesn't really do anything, unfortunately, so we'll just fire this at him for 4, and if it hits, he loses a life. So, again, he has to block with 2 cards, because if he doesn't block, well, he's dead. So, yeah. So it's 2 cards. Every card now is worth 2. So I think, yeah, okay, pass. And I'm just going to Arsenal the Take Cover, keep the tri-shot in hand, because it blocks for 3, obviously. It's going down to a very, very nip and tuck now. And again, we can block with pretty much anything here, and still crack back with the Snatch. If needed, anyway, but we'll see what happens. Kodachi for 1. Okay, so we'll let that one go. Okay, we probably should have used Take Cover there, actually, because we need the other card in our arsenal. So if they attack again, probably should have just defended with the Take Cover there, because we now got that stuck in our arse. But we'll see. Worst case scenario with this is I can still come in with a Snatch, which is why it's in the deck. I keep saying it over and over again, but I just love Snatch, really do. Quicken Token. So yeah, he's going hard now, surely. Guess he has to. He has to try and kill me. Snatch. Okay. So pass, take cover, reload the bolt and shot. Yeah, so Seek and Destroy pumps up the bolt and shot to a 7. It gets obviously the go again. Then I come in with a Snatch afterwards. So I'm pushing through, what, 11 damage on the next turn? Yeah, so I'm pushing through 11 damage on the next turn. I think that's pretty good. So Seek and Destroy. we'll buff the bolt and shot, so obviously it'll give it go again. Then we'll fire this off, so 7 go again. Then we come in with a snatch at the end. So I think that's probably going to do it, I expect. Art of War, making his cards defend for more. Sinking a card, blocking it all out, and then we just snatch at the end. Forces him to use the card in his arsenal and hand. So if it hasn't lined up for him, he's going to die, because he has to block from 3 from hand and 1 from the arsenal. Blocked for 4. Oh, because of the Art of War. Okay, that's fair enough. Cool. Arsenal this. And then we got Seek and Destroy, Rain Razors, Endless Arrow coming in next. So this is definitely a see you later situation, I think. So let's just play the Tri-Shot out of the arsenal. We can activate our bow multiple times. Use Death Dealer. Pitch the Rain Razors. Load in the Endless Arrow, draw a card. Then we'll Seek and Destroy. And then we Rain Razors over the top. Hopefully he doesn't block for enough. 7, if it hits, goes back to hand. He's got 9 cards left in his deck. And obviously all of my cards are worth like 3 of his at the moment. So I think it's pretty much just going to go down to that. But if he doesn't do anything here, we can just Rain Razors over the top. And that is game, I believe, unless he has a sink below or something. GG. There we go. Cool. So Azalea wins against Fai eventually. So there we go. Yeah, that was very to and fro. That was a long game as well. Game time 53 minutes. My play time 23 minutes. So there goes Fai. Fai die, but I think Neroz. Hasn't played Fai too much. I don't know actually. I know he bought our the GoAgainGaming playmat. He bought one of the GoAgainGaming playmats to play on. But you were playing Icelander, I believe, last time I saw. But yeah, that was good. So we won that game. So lost against Viserai and then won against Fai on today's stream. Supperworm saying up for Bravo. Unfortunately not, mate. It's 10:30, so I've got work tomorrow, so that is pretty much it for today. Azalea wins with an Endless Arrow. J Soap. Oh, so Justin Soap. Hey Az, what are your criteria to reload versus just use Death Dealer to get card advantage? To reload versus just use Death Dealer to get card advantage. What do you mean? What are your criteria to reload versus just use Death Dealer to get card advantage? And Neroz was saying that's my 3rd CC game, and yes, was playing Fai Icelander in Blitz. Right, okay, yeah. So we got a fairly new Fai player playing Fai there. So I'm not going to take full credit for beating Fai in that instance. But yeah, that's pretty much the stream for today. Justin, I think that's Justin Soap. the guy who won the got the Azalea LL points in Blitz, is in the chat now, I believe. Good game, dude. We'll definitely be wanting to play again on Talishar. Andrew is saying Def Dealer needs more pitch first, so it depends if you have the pitch available. Yeah, exactly. Nah, it's good. You won fair and square and taught me a lot about Azalea. Yeah, no problem. Which was the whole point of what I wanted. Yeah, exactly. So it's all a learning curve, isn't it? And I'm not sure whether you'll face much of her, but yeah, it was good. It was fun nonetheless. So that's pretty much it for today. So thank you very much for everybody that's tuned in today. And stay tuned over the weekend because I'm hoping to pick up my UPS package from LSS tomorrow, which I believe has the spoiler cards in it for Dynasty, which I will be allowed to spoil when I receive them. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of eyes on the channel, a lot of eyes on me over the next weekend when I spoil potentially a bow. I don't know. Obviously, Tall Timmy spoiled an axe recently, and obviously he's known for playing Bolton. So maybe it's a card that could see play in Bolton. I don't know. I have no knowledge of that at all. But based on all the flavour and the theme that's come out, I think there's going to be a lot of equipment, a lot of weapons. So maybe we'll get a bow, maybe we'll get a piece of equipment, but it is looking like we're going to get a new permanent for our glorious leader on the field, which you can use either as a weapon or an equipment. But hopefully we'll see tomorrow. Yeah, the UPS package was scheduled to be dropped at my house tomorrow. But I'm not going to be here. So what I did is I rescheduled it to be delivered to a UPS drop-off point. So that is still pending to go through. So I'm not sure whether that's going to be available for me to pick up tomorrow or not. But hopefully we'll get the Azalea Colt or GoAgainGaming spoiler over this weekend. So stay tuned. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure you like and subscribe over that way to this channel. If you're new here, which you're probably not. But just in case you are, if you're watching this now or in the future, please make sure you like and subscribe and hit a little bell notification because you're going to want to be notified of when the Azalea spoiler drops or the Ranger spoiler drops. That's what I'm assuming it is. I'm pretty sure it is, but we'll see. It's going to be good nonetheless. It's going to be really, really fun. Spoiler season is turning out to be quite the event. But yeah, no problem. Okay, let me just read this chat again beforehand. When you used take cover to reload the bolt and shot instead of using Death Dealer to put it in the bolt in down, you had a blue in hand. I do not remember. I do not remember what I was doing there, Justin. You are a smarter man than me, so I don't know, to be honest. Reps are reps, and the pitch always replaces itself with the new card. Appreciate it. Thanks, Ours. No problem. Legendary Arrow coming up soon. Yeah, imagine that. In that case, it might have been better to Death Dealer. Marvel Quiver. Yeah, that'll be sick. Most cases, unless you're are reloading another D-React to defend, I always keep the arrow in hand to make use of the card draw. Yes. Yeah, maybe I was just I don't know what I was doing, to be honest. But I got the win nonetheless. Who cares? Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we'll see you very, very soon on GoAgainGaming. So, yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be a fun time. Peace out, everybody. Have a lovely day.